Alrighty, so the math dealer here, and today I'm going to show you how to solve a system of equations when one equation is a quadratic and the other one is a linear. I know, dun 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 dun. Okay, so quadratic, that's the degree of 2, 1, right? Ax squared plus bx plus c. Linear, that's the second one over here. That's in the form of y equals mx plus b. So just remember, right? When you have a quadratic, you actually have some kind of U shape. When you have a linear, wait, you have a line, right? So it might intersect in two places, so meaning I'm going to have two answers. Maybe it intersects in just one place, meaning I'm only going to get one answer. Or maybe it does not even intersect. Maybe the line is above it, the parabola is below it, and they don't ever touch. That means I would have no solutions, okay? So let's see which one we have here. All right, so for starters, we're going to use the substitution method. Since both equations are equal to y, yeah, you know it, set them equal to each other. So I have 2x minus 8 equals negative x squared plus x plus 12. All right, now, since we have a quadratic equation, we set it equal to 0. If you're not too sure about that, go back and watch my other video on quadratic equations, right? So now I'm going to subtract the x's, subtract the 12. Look at what I'm doing. I'm bringing everything from that right-hand side over to the left-hand side and just cleaning it up. Now I have a quadratic equation set equal to 0. To solve a quadratic equation, yeah, you could factor if you can. That's awesome. If you can't factor, kick out the quadratic formula. Well, you're welcome, because guess what? You can factor this thing. So by factoring it, I end up getting x plus 5 and an x minus 4. If you're not sure how that factoring happened, real quick, remember if your first term, the coefficient of your first term is a 1, you really can just look at factors of your last term that combine to get to the middle term. If I need to repeat that, pause this and rewind, right? Yep, exactly. Okay, so we're back. Now, the other thing is you can also just go watch another video I have, all by the way, on factoring. Okay, so regardless, x plus 5 is equal to 0, x minus 4 is equal to 0, because to solve quadratic after you factored it, you set each of these lovely little factors equal to 0. And now x is equal to negative 5 and x equal to 4. But remember, we are looking for a point of intersection, not an x value. All right, so I need a y and an x. Well, if x is negative 5, then y is going to equal, well, plug negative 5 in. When you plug negative 5 into here, you get 2 times negative 5, which is negative 10, minus 8, which is negative 18. So that means one ordered pair is negative 5, negative 18. Yep, that's one answer. Now take your other answer, x equal to 4, and plug that in. Yeah, go ahead, plug it in. 2 times positive 4 minus 8. Well, 8 minus 8, yeah, it's called 0. So the other ordered pair is 4 comma 0. So what I've just boxed in orange are your final answers. All right. Pause the video if you have to, rewind it, do what you have to do. Man, I wish I had another example. Oh, wait, I do. I know, I'm so damn clever. It's craziness. Okay, so here we go. Again, solving a quadratic equation with a linear equation, right? So since they both equal y's, set them equal to each other. Once I set them equal to each other, now I'm just going to solve. Okay, to solve a quadratic, yep, you have to set it to 0. And then you see if you can factor. If you can't factor, then you just hit the quadratic formula. There's nothing wrong with that. Fair enough? All right. Now, factor out a 2, and you're left with x squared minus 4x plus 4. So you're like, okay, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that's a perfect square trinomial. Yeah, that factors. So check it out. Setting the factor equal to 0, I say, okay, well, x minus 2 is equal to 0, and 2 is equal to 0. Well, that's crazy talk. 2 can't be 0, but x can be 2. But remember what I said earlier. You are walking out of here with an ordered pair, not just an x value. So take the x, plug it back in. And notice, I could plug it in here, but isn't it a heck of a lot easier to plug it into that one? So that gives me y is equal to 3 times 2 minus 2. 6 minus 2, which is called 4. So the answer, the final answer, is 2 comma 4. Notice the x always comes before y in an ordered pair. All right, so that's how you solve a system of equations when one equation is a quadratic and the other one's a linear. All right, it's the math dealer. Hope this was helpful.